So,
yep,
so you just don't like.
Hold on, let me put the socials up, and then we can get started. Someone put the stuff in the text.
I got to see something different with Bucky at least. He was an old man. He became a senator. Okay. He got to drink beer.
That was your problem. They were never going to do Bucky as the Winter Soldier. We just thought it was going to be Steve as the actual Winter Soldier.
Yeah. But at least they gave an explanation as to why he's still trapped in the suit, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, so, other than that, I've been watching that Percy Jackson show that came out,
What do you think?
First episode was like rushed as hell. But apparently that's in the book. I don't remember the lightning beam. It's my least favorite of the five. So like, I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember the big plot points. And every fan's been saying that was the first chapter. It was a very rushed beginning. So I guess fans are kind of sure. I don't like but I just don't like the pacing. It makes a lot of the moments feel less epic, and I kind of feel nothing. I don't like the casting for most of these kids. I like Grover enough. Grover is like cool.
Change the title. Why is Spiderboy the title? We're not doing that.
Hey, too late.
Guess who saw Trolls yesterday though?
Oh wow! I just got my.
I'd rather that be the title. This Spiderboy.
Oh, by the way, Austin, it was Jake who came up with the title.
Trolls. By the way, Trolls Band Together was really good. I recommend it. I did not like the fact that a baby was running around and attacking my foot, but I liked it.
Okay. Glad you got to end the year off on a high note in the cinemas.
Yeah. In conclusion, watch your fucking crotch goblins. I don't want to have to look after them. Who do I look like, a babysitter? Oh hell no! There's a fucking cricket on my fucking wall. Let's go.
Our last Phanatic Live of the year, audience, and this is what we're talking about.
Get this damn cricket off my wall. You can hang out wherever else you want. It's not on the fucking wall.
Okay. So, do you guys want to start off?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to Phanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415, here to talk to you all about our favorite neighborhood meddling Spiderboy.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Cryptid. I know where you live. Jake. All right.
We lost Jake. Austin.
Go.
Ace Comics. I'm just here so I don't get sued.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he. And yes, I did get the Alpha Flight Omnibus. And yes, I'll use it to totally not find Cryptid and beat him with it until he decides to read it.
Gotcha. Oh, dang, we forgot to put the topics on the private chat.
That's what I was telling you guys.
Okay. All right. But while you do that, I'll start us off with our topics.
I was going to do that.
Unless Jake. No. Jake, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Introduce yourself, man.
You had one job.
I'm Jake Talano, the one that gets cut off and railroaded. I have returned as a Olympian. I don't know. I'm back. Listen, I'm back. It's almost a new year. It's almost a new me.
Okay, I guess I will have to say socials. Let's go. Below. Special time while someone posts the topics in the private chat, because I was doing that right now. You can subscribe to us if you want to start the new year off correctly. Why did my headphones connect? No. But you can also follow the Twitter at Comic Phanatic 69. I am a bit more active on there. We do post a lot more on the Twitter. That's where most of the Alpha Flight Extravaganza stuff is going to be. Anyways, you can also follow the Instagram at Comic Phanatic 2.0. Sometimes we do post on there, not as much as the Twitter. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E. I do post things on there sometimes. Don't follow the alt account because you will see some not safe for work content. That's what the alt account is for. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. I do post things on there too. I did just post a new speed paint on the TikTok, and I will post that on Instagram soon. If you want to find Jake, the last time I saw him, he was in Argentina for some reason.
Yeah.
That's weird. Jake, where were you before that? If you want to find Austin, get the drill. He is a brick wall. Find a brick wall with a face. If you want to find Cryptid, like I said, he's always been and has been in Jersey. And tomorrow, please stay tuned for my Alpha Flight extravaganza. I do have some lovely people joining us. 4 or 5, depending on who can make it. Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Aquaman thing. Just come to the Alpha Flight thing.
Gotcha. But in the meantime, let's start us off with some media news. I'll start us off. X-Men film rumored to be female-focused, and Magneto news.
I mean, until it's confirmed, this is just a rumor, but that would be interesting. We do have a lot of female X-Men that we do not focus enough on, so I think it would be really cool.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up too, because like when it come, when the start of the MCU happened, right? When it came to female characters, the popular ones, they all tended to be on the X-Men team, which is why they had to force other characters like Captain Marvel down our throats to overcompensate, since they didn't have the rights to the X-Men at that time. So
we could have had a Black Widow movie, but hey, here we are.
Oh yeah, they forced.
We got that. It was bad.
Yeah, we did, but we should have gotten that earlier.
Yes, and they should not have done that twist with Taskmaster. But
honestly, you were gonna live regardless, Cryptid. Yeah. You're still here.
Like,
no one gives a shit.
But at this point, like Marvel has. But at this point, Marvel knows what not to do with female characters, given the receptions that they've had in recent times. Like, of course, Black Widow, She-Hulk. Well, no, I mean, I'm talking about with the examples of Black Widow's movie, Captain Marvel, and She-Hulk. So,
Cryptid, like, you didn't even watch She-Hulk all the way through. You don't even know if it's good or not.
People hated it.
It doesn't matter. The reception of it was bad.
Yeah.
White men. And you.
No, it wasn't. There were plenty of
Cryptid. A lot of people liked it. You are just.
There were plenty of women I saw online that hated it.
It really does not matter that some people like it and some people don't like it. It was critically panned, and they don't like Marvel.
I think they've been doing pretty good with in the Marvels too, at least with their female characters since then. Because when that cast of characters, you got like female representation, which they wanted to promote in a positive way, which I think they did pretty well without really spitting it in your face. And making characters even like Captain Marvel likable. So as long as they can stay
you learned from the mistakes in the past. So of course you had to adjust it to make it more watchable. Specifically with Captain Marvel's case.
Yeah, because she had 2 other people to work with her.
And in the case of the X-Men, if we're going to have like some of the stars of that movie be the female characters, all right,
I think people are just looking too close into this fucking.
I hope that we get to actually see more Storm, maybe some Jubilee, maybe in the future like Emma Frost.
What I think they mean by female folks, I don't think it means is everyone thinks like, oh, they're gonna do full mostly X-Men, female X-Men thing. No, I think
they're not gonna do that, but they are gonna get.
I think. Go ahead.
I was jumping off your point. They're gonna have they're actually gonna have the female characters actually be more than just here's just a female character that is to promote the male character's story.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like, they do the original X-Men. It just means Jean Grey will be more than just basically like the mom of the team. Really, that's all it means. And
then Storm will actually get treated with respect. Yeah, and maybe seek some clothes. Have we thought about that? Giving us clothes.
I'm fully confident they're going to do justice to Storm's character at least. As for who else they might want to give a lot of spotlight to, Rogue and Jubilee, I would think would be
And
a
Kitty
safe bet.
Pryde, or sorry, Kate Pryde.
Nah,
Nah,
I
she's
think
kidding.
I think you're trying to do too many young stand-in X-Men characters. To be honest, I feel like
I
Mhm.
think they're gonna, if they do a young female X-Men character, they're probably going to do Pride. But if they wanted to, they could do Jubilee.
with Pride being a big part of the last one, I really think they'll do Jubilee to coincide with 97 coming back.
Yep.
Fair
They
enough.
want that.
But
They want to hit the.
let's say hypothetically they do bring Pride in. If you're going to bring Colossus in it too, you better not make them a couple while they're still at the mansion. I fucking swear.
You can
I
make them
will
a couple.
fight
Just make their consoles longer. You just make them younger. They're not doing the
Yeah.
Deadpool.
you either make Colossus younger or Pride older.
Mm.
There we go.
Or you could just have Kitty as a teacher.
That
There we
works
go.
too. That
Yeah.
works too.
No, I
That's what
think
I
it's a little
meant
bit.
by making her older or him younger.
Yeah, I don't, you can't make her the stand-in character and also just jump into her being a teacher.
She needs
Okay.
to either be a teacher already, or she needs to be this
Yeah.
young stand-in.
If she's a teacher, then Jubilee will be the stand-in. They're always going to be a stand-in person, and it's usually a female when it comes to X-Men. So it's probably
Like,
going to be
I don't think
Jubilee.
they're doing armor. They're not going to be doing armor unless they do like a
Nah.
specifically young X-Men thing. But
With how many?
I agree
many?
armor will be good, but I do think they're just going to do Jubilee and do like the classic X-Men feel. So it's going to be Jubilee versus like the Sentinels, and I hope they're
Mhm.
giant, like and look like how they're supposed to look.
Gotcha. I mean, with how many members that are going to be on this team, I would think you only have enough room to focus on one young teen X-Men. So, yeah.
I think you do Jubilee and just have Kitty be a teacher.
Mhm.
That's where you kind of have all like the main most likable X-Men in the series early. Kind
Mhm.
of like starting with the second generation, I guess, if you want to be like that. So have
Right,
like
right.
Jean Grey and them be there, but them take a kind of like a backseat role.
Mhm.
But
You
like I
could do
said,
that.
I think that it being female focused is fine. I just think people are
Mhm.
I
seeing
think it
female
would
folks. They're
actually
like,
make the
oh, they're
stories
gonna
more
do too
interesting.
much stuff.
Mhm.
I think you have to make it female focused, really, because most of the main stories and just on the female stuff in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Like
Plus,
you like if they want to do Dark Phoenix for the third time, you have to actually build Jean Grey as a character, and I just keep throwing
Dude,
her around until that movie comes around.
the
thank you.
the stones the MCU will have to attempt to do Dark Phoenix for a third time. You know.
It will
You're
be
joking.
better if
Like
they
they probably
actually
would.
like do Jean Grey justice and actually give her a character more than just Scott's girlfriend, because that's part of the problem with like the first two times they did it. They focused way too much on other characters rather than Jean, because it is mostly a
That's-
Jean story.
Yeah, that's also the problem with like a full team in general. It's hard to give everybody the amount of spotlight and timing. You know.
No, but that's the thing though. If you, I'm gonna have to agree with you. That's just the problem with them poor planning. I only don't think they wanted to do like Dark Phoenix when they first started doing the kid stuff again. But
Mhm.
they didn't build Jean Grey up at all. And then they suddenly in the end of Apocalypse, they're like, oh yeah, look at the Phoenix power. Oh yeah, we're gonna retcon that and
And don't
do
even
a
get me
Dark
started
Phoenix.
with the Dark Phoenix movie.
So it
Mhm.
felt like the last minute they decided, yeah, let's do the Dark Phoenix again.
Right.
But
Right.
let's
They
move
better
on.
take their
The
time.
Magneto,
Yeah.
the
Austin.
the Magneto news is obviously Marvel's like, you know what? I don't think we need to do Magneto immediately again. I think he's been around a little bit too much for 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of moving Magneto back and just
Yeah.
jumping out the gate with Sinister or I
Mhm.
believe
I
Sinister or
hope they
Mojo.
don't
Yeah.
start off with Sinister. I hope they start off with like the Sentinels first.
Yeah.
Like the Hellfire Club first. I think the Hellfire
could.
Club would be probably a better.
You could.
I think the Hellfire Club would do. I think I'd rather them do a TV show with the Hellfire Club stuff. To be honest,
That would work too. But you know,
regarding Magneto,
I say do Signals. They want to do Mojo World because they want to do all the crazy shit that other movies didn't
well,
want to do. So like
yeah,
Mojo World, they want to do the Brood apparently
if you
at some point.
if,
So that means
if
we're
you
probably
do
gonna get a Shiar at some point too.
Oh god, the Shiar.
if you do Mojo World,
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
cast Jack Black as Mojo.
That would be hilarious.
You want the star. You want to have a good star with the X-Men after all, because
Just
given Mhm.
imagine Jack Black calling all the X-Men like muties or whatever.
we're gonna get ratings, yes, and you're gonna have a musical number with Mojo. That's just a
It's
thing with Jack
Mojo.
Black.
What'd you expect from him?
It's Jack Black. Yeah,
It's Mojo World. What? That means you will also be able to get Shatterstar and Longshot and their whole thing.
You really?
I feel like X-Men will be a lot easier to set up the
Mhm.
TV show stuff and do like Hellfire Club and all that stuff. Really, as long as you like plan it out properly, like you can introduce a lot of characters fast and split them up to the TV
Mhm.
stuff.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Just to reiterate too, these are all also rumors as well. I mean, discussion is fine.
Mhm.
I just want the audience to-
Everything that we're saying is just what could happen.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, if they do Dark
Sure.
Phoenix for a third time, I better see Madeline Pryor in the future. I fucking swear.
I would rather them not, only because we know they're just gonna throw her away the moment Jean Grey comes back, and I think that's kind of fucked up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
But at the same time, it'll be cool to see her as the Goblin Queen.
Let's just focus on like a promising first start, on X-Men, because Lord knows the MC needs winners at the moment, So
Sentinels.
I
Got
say,
it. Start off easy.
if we do like that, I say let's do Sentinels and then do I said,
Hellfire
probably
Club?
do Sentinels. I guess you kind of got to do the Hellfire Club and Magneto at some point. Do
Mhm.
do Sentinels, Hellfire Club, and then Magneto, like the return of Magneto,
Yeah, I think we should save Sinister for a
and then
little
go to
bit
space
later.
like the second. Yeah, I think the
Mhm.
Sinister and space stuff can wait till the second go around with X-Men.
Yep. Also cast Walter White as Mr. Sinister. How about that?
You gotta be very particular.
Bro, I need John. I need John Hamm. He was casted as Mr. Sinister for that Fox universe, and it didn't happen. He was supposed to be Mr. Sinister in the Gambit movie, with all the Deadpool and all that was leading up to. I can't Mr. Sinister for some reason. It just never happened.
God, I can't
Gotcha.
stand Mr. Sinister. If I ever meet Mr. Sinister in real life, it's on site. I'm beating his ass.
I mean, with a name like that, you should know there has to come red flags after all. It's not exactly an inviting name,
But keep in mind, I blame him for me not being able to have Joanne Bouvier back. I blame him for that. I also do blame Marvel editorial, but we'll get to that another day.
Gotcha.
Also, I just blame Sinister for what the shit that he's doing in Hellions, because I'm reading Hellions for the first time, and I just blame him. I don't even care if he's not involved with it. I blame him.
Gotcha.
Did you know that's a Zeb Wells book, Hellions?
I did not know that.
It's pretty good though, but it is written by Zeb Wells.
But we do have more news to get.
Thank you, Zeb Wells, for bringing back Wild Child. I like Wild Child.
Gotcha. But anyway, we had a lot of fun talking about plans for the future of X-Men. Hopefully, the movies will give us more fun, whatever they decide. Okay, let's move on to the next. If you all are ready, who wants to do this one?
Ready? Are you guys ready to become the Unalive crew?
Mm-hmm. It's time.
I want.
People don't know what that is. You got to stop doing that.
To talk about Task Force X video game, the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will introduce Kid Poison Ivy to the fray.
I saw someone on Twitter get mad over this and try to claim the woke left, and it's just like, this is a child.
Okay, I'm okay with Poison Ivy being child.
Because the way they set up an Arkham, it shouldn't be possible. You can't keep connecting this to Arkham, then just retconning everything Arkham did. It is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
What happens in Arkham Knight to prevent this from happening? I just don't remember that plot.
No, what I'm talking about with that one tweet was the guy was upset that Poison Ivy wasn't hot in this game, and people were like quote retweeting it to death, being like, "Yo, she's a child in this."
I'm okay.
I did read that there was something, and I saw it, but I forgot what it was because I know this won't be a topic.
I'm okay with
Ivy was killed because she sacrificed herself to save the plants of Gotham, or some shit like that. Audience,
yeah.
If I'm wrong, correct me, please. I don't remember the game. So, and then in this, it's like, well, she is, because by the end of Arkham, she's like completely a plant. So, like, the idea is that she can reincarnate into a different plant, kind of like grow out of the ground as well, because her essence is all over Gotham. Which, unless if I'm missing something that, based off comic book science nonsense, that sounds fine. I don't see the issue, but maybe I'm wrong. So, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Like people are already just mad because this thing just keeps undoing everything
Look,
Arkham set up for no reason. Just have it not be connected to Arkham.
look, I'm okay with Poison Ivy being a kid. It's just the design of her face. Well, maybe it's because of the eyes. Just felt
Crypt, you'll
weird.
get used to it. It's fine. You'll get used to it.
I guess. I mean, how many of us here are actually going to buy the game?
I'm probably gonna watch
Maybe.
it.
I'll have to like, look at more trailers because I don't buy new video games. So
I think the like I said, I don't really like I said, I just don't remember Arkham Knight's finer details of the story. Like I know all the plot beats, so like it's possible this is game breaking, like lore breaking in some way. I just don't.
I don't think it's exactly game breaking. Let's say it's just another change that people didn't really want or like. Just not have, just don't have to be connected to Arkham. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And they'll be like the fourth It's not that major, but it's like the fourth big change to this new timeline.
Yeah.
You know, besides just saying that Justice League somehow exists and all that shit, and let all that shit happen.
Well, the Justice League was confirmed to exist because if you they were in Arkham City, there's like some details that indicated that like Clark Kent was around and like Lex Luthor was about. So like the already set up in Arkham to exist. It's just weird that they never came to help. But I think everyone's biggest issue isn't even that. So like spoilers for Suicide Squad. I don't know how many people care, but yeah, apparently like Arkham Batman gets beat by this team of Suicide Squads in ways I don't. And not only did he get killed,
I don't know why y'all think Lou Doug got beat, killed the Justice League.
Yeah, but the reason people are, I think the reason people are, well, obviously, people who are like, oh my god, they're killing our. There's like a video I watched. Some guy was like, they're ruining our childhood heroes. I'm like, they die all the time. This is like whatever. This is like a Tuesday for me. But if you want to be, Batman shouldn't lose to these four losers. I'm like, yeah, probably not this Batman. No, I don't think.
I think people are just feeling more hurt that Batman does die in this game. You gotta keep in mind this is Kevin Conroy's last ever performance as Batman, so to have him die in his last performance.
We were told that he was going to be in this game at the Game Awards because that was their way of honoring Kevin Conroy, and I don't know why, but at the time, no one put together you would have to kill him for some reason. Because I was with Austin and we were watching like the Game Awards and they did the whole trailer with Kevin Conroy appearing, and I was like, "This is terrible. You're sent out to Kevin Conroy as the game you have to kill him." Like, yeah. So when they said, "Oh, you actually do kill Batman," I was amazed. People actually like were mad about it.
Wait. Jake, is that
more the way it goes out? Critic is kind of. You don't see like the full fight, obviously, but you see like the cutscene kind of pathetic looking.
All right. Wait. This is confirmed. This isn't a rumor. This is actually going to happen, right?
No. The audio
yeah, we see the thing. We see the cutscene.
So.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. So Harley Quinn's the one to pull the trigger, and she kills him. So.
Wow. I'm at a loss. Like you killed. Well,
I don't know why it's called Kill the Justice League. I got to stop acting like it's surprising.
Well, no. I mean, aside from the Kevin Conroy stuff, like Batman is the golden goose of the Arkham universe. So to have the stones to kill him, they're not going to make a game on Azrael.
Yeah, you say that like he already died in his timeline. He already faked died in his timeline. It don't really matter. And we know the Justice League gonna come back at the end anyway because it's a freaking video game.
Yeah, I mean, even if they don't, like, to me, like the Justice League die in comics. They just had like last year, like earlier this year, like they died and had to come back. Like them dying doesn't do anything for me. It's like sure, whatever. And then there was somebody who was like, maybe this is just like a Justice League from a different similar universe, and the other Justice League are captured or something. I was like, that could be it too. I don't know. But
I think it's just going being too convoluted. I just think you kill them and they'd be like, well, they didn't really die. or just have the shit be undone. It doesn't really matter. This game not getting a sequel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, but people were mad that Arkham Batman died. I don't know why they just put that together now, but that he was going to. But it's I just don't know what that boss fight would look like. It's implied in another trailer that Wonder Woman helps you fight the Flash. So like, if Wonder Woman steps in, I would understand. I'll be like, oh, well, maybe, But like these
Mhm.
She's gonna have to get brainwashed too because she's not playable. So
she's not brainwashed because so there was a trailer with the
no,
Flash.
she's not brainwashed in that scene. I'm saying she's
Oh,
gonna
you're
have
saying
to
she's
be
gonna be,
brainwashed too at some point.
you're saying she's gonna be brainwashed later? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the. Apparently,
It's very clear in that trailer that Flash is the first person. He's the one who was going around helping other people get brainwashed.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't know. I haven't. Unless it goes in leak. I mean, that's speculation. That could be true. That could be absolutely true. I just
It's not speculation. They talk about it in the trailer.
Yeah. No. The point is, we haven't seen what happens with her. That's my point. We don't know what their character. So maybe that's true. I don't know. But yeah. Like I said, it's just people are upset about Batman dying. I'm like, it's whatever. Like Austin said, it shouldn't be in the Arkham universe anyway, because they already had a game that really should have been in there. That was Gotham Knights, but it's whatever. But
just like a year later, they'll say this is another different universe in the multiverse. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, guess we gave as much thoughts on this topic as we could. Guys, we'll move on.
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead, Witch. This is yours.
I need to give quick context before I start this. So I woke up at 9 in the morning in pain. That's important. But when I went to the bathroom for a little bit, you gotta do what you gotta do. I went on Twitter.
What's happening in the background right now, bro?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, sorry, I was having cookies. All right.
Well, be quieter with your cookies, please.
Gotcha.
So I saw on Twitter. I saw something trending on Twitter, and I also saw something on my For You page on TikTok, and it was a meme that we were gonna get a Bendy and the Ink Machine movie on TikTok, and so I went on Twitter, and I saw that it was trending on Twitter, so I looked into it, and we are getting a Bendy and the Ink Machine movie from Radar Pictures, and if you don't know what Bendy and the Ink Machine is, it's a horror game that is set in a old cartoon studio where they created the ink demon Bendy and a couple like cartoons, right? It's a really good It's a really good game. They also have Bendy and the Dark Revival, which is a sequel to it. I recommend watching gameplays of it or playing it yourself. So I'm actually really, really excited for this as someone who loves Bendy and the Ink Machine. Assuming it goes as well as the FNAF movie did, I will be content with life, and then I can go out,
I hope on FNAF movie it's scary.
But I hope they make this one scary.
You mean a bad movie
that's
that the fan base dislikes for some reason? That's what FNAF is. That movie's not good.
I like the FNAF movie. Shut up, Austin. Let me say my piece real quick.
You don't like it? Don't change what I said.
Let me say my piece, Austin. Let me say my piece. Okay. So one thing, if they are going to do live action, I kind of hope they don't. But hypothetically, if they did, you better make those fucking monsters and ink demons and shit, and like the people that got turned into ink monsters, they better look terrifying. This movie better be rated R, not PG-13. Rated R.
I'll tell you that it's not going to happen. Most of those characters don't look scary as they regularly do in the game. Bendy's very scary until he gets to his big form. Then he gets black with teeth and most of the stuff.
That's the point. They need to do
I know that's not scary.
This movie. They need to do that in the movie. They gotta make them look scarier than they do. Like I need to see Sammy Lawrence like being fucking creepy and shit. I need that like more than usual. Like I know we're not gonna get it, but I think it would be cool if they went into the Alice Angel stuff as well. I think that would be very interesting, but I highly doubt they're gonna have her in this first movie, and if they do, it's gonna be like small cameos and maybe a post-credit scene. Because if anyone doesn't know, technically there are 2 Alice Angels. So yeah, just letting you know. Those are my hopes. We don't have anything about this movie besides like a little a little poster announcing that this movie's going to be a thing. I'll send it to the guys so that they can see this. Hold on. I gotta go to pics. Let me do my thing.
Yeah, but hopefully this one is actually scary. Like I said, I didn't mind the FNAF movie. I had fun watching it with like people, but like, I just kind of wish it was more scary.
I do wish that too, but with what they were able to get away with was pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I love some scenes. I love the animatronics were like they look great, but
I mean they were real. They were like actual like real animatronics they made.
Which is all you could hope for a FNAF movie, but
I sent the picture by the way. It's in pics.
I saw that.
It's not much.
I do think it's probably going to be PG-13 because I think like the FNAF movie they're going to want the younger.
Yeah, most audience are children. They're not going to make it rated R.
Yeah. So, but
if they do listen to the fans and they give us a rated R Bendy and the Ink Machine movie, I will be content.
Yeah.
Well, now you're rated R the game. I don't know what y'all expecting to see.
It's not my fault that parents don't know anything about
people don't feel bad. Other than that projector machine getting beat up, there's not really like brutal in the game. You get covered by ink and sucked down. Half the time.
You can make that terrifying if you wanted to. I'm just saying. They're just
you can. I'm saying you don't need rated R to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Imagine if this was an A24 film. This would definitely be a horror movie.
All I want them to do is make the ink effect on the monsters real. Like every monster should look slimy.
That's and have what I was talking about.
Because it should be more or less an improved version of like the movie Venom, when it comes to the symbiote feeling.
I can see that.
What I mean is when you look at it, it feels it looks like it's wet for some reason.
Yeah.
Venom looks slimy.
Ink is a liquid, yes, until it's dry.
Yeah.
But, that's all right, Kevin.
That's all
go
I'm
more to the Alex Angel stuff, but I don't think really all the main characters' backgrounds need more stuff because everything you learn is from random pages and stuff walking around. Like not pages, it's like movie reels. You learn people's backgrounds and recording stuff. So you learn about Susie and the girl that started with the A, whose name I don't remember.
I think no, it wasn't Alice. Was it Alice? Is that her name?
No, it was something else started with the A, but it wasn't Alice.
I think was it Allison? I know it was similar to Alice.
No, yeah. It was Allison and Susan. It was something with Susan or something. Or Emily.
I don't think they're going to do that, but I know we're definitely going to see Boris in there. We're obviously going to see Bendy.
I think they will, only for the sense of they can't get away with doing the loop thing where they like randomly reveal the main character is blank and all that stuff. So I think we're going to start in the past while the studio's still up. You'll see all the people walking around and him working for the main guy and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm excited for this movie. I know we're obviously gonna have this be like colored and not the sepia tone that we're all used to. But I think it'll be interesting if it was all in like a sepia tone type of style.
To be fair, they do animated. You can still do
they
that.
Can get away with that.
Him being the main character and all that being that color is very important to the plot.
Yeah. So if this is fully animated, then they can definitely get away with the sepia tone. Would be cool. Anyways, I'm excited for this movie. I hope it's good because if it isn't, I'm going to be sad.
Aww.
Excellent.
I will cry.
Well, all right then. With that, you guys want to move on to the next?
Yeah. Don't tell me that that Logan is getting a sister.
Okay, we're getting to the comic news audience. Who wants to do the next topic?
Snip Schnick, Weapon X-Men book to introduce Jane Howlett.
Is this Logan's mom or sister?
It's an alternate universe version of Wolverine.
Okay, finally we get gender bend Logan. Let's go.
We haven't had that before?
No.
Don't we have Don't we have 5 different versions of a female bent Wolverine at this point?
You know what? I'm gonna look it up just for you guys.
Yeah.
And at bare minimum, we have 3 who I know is her own character, but still.
Hold on a sec. Let me bring up. Okay. Awesome. Thoughts?
So.
Yep. awesome. We're just talking about the Jane Howlett news.
Who is that?
We're getting a female Wolverine.
No. You talking about that Team Up Wolverine book? They just want a female Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, hope that calls like Austin's coming back. Austin. Yeah.
That's not no news.
We were talking about that
The
book.
fact that Zombie Wolverine is on the team.
It's going okay. So yeah, it's going to be full of variants of Wolverine in this book.
that'll be fun. I better see 1602.
If anything,
I don't
Jane
think
Howlett is really messed up because her claws should not be like that. Because they established with
Yeah.
Laura that any female Wolverine would have claws like this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone,
So no,
any
this has
person that
this has
has Logan's DNA that is one of his offsprings is going to have the claws in some way, shape, or form.
mm-hmm.
No. They straight up say the female of this species of animal will have claws like Wolverine will always have it in this type of pattern. She should not have claws on her hands all day.
Okay. They want to make her super gender-bent version of Wolverine, so they gave her a third.
Don't break the already small lore just for that. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, I'm
Gotcha.
looking it up
But
right
anyway,
now. I'm
and
not finding a female alternate version of Logan.
we had the
And there's a lot.
we have Laura, Kenny, we have
No, I'm talking about
Precision.
alternate versions of Logan, aka James Howlett.
Yeah, like the actual
I'm not
Wolverine.
talking about Laura. I'm not talking about Gabby.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
them.
Okay.
I'm not talking about.
Guess
Gotcha. On this, okay, so here's the roster on this team. We're going to have Jane Howlett. We're going to have Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. We're going to have Zombie Wolverine, Earth X Wolverine,
Oh.
and Old Man Logan. What the? How did he pop
Not
up?
Earth X. I was already confused.
And
He popped up
Phoenix.
because they're just retconning shit for money, bro. They don't care.
Oh man, that's sad.
That dude's
Let
dead.
the
He
old
just be dead.
let the old
We're not
man
gonna
die
get
peacefully.
We're not gonna get Wolvie of the Exiles.
Oh, that chibi Wolverine? Hell no. Like,
Why not? So I
Dude.
just looked up Earth X Logan.
yeah.
You're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, whatever.
We know what he looks
But-
like. You realize his photo's on here on the cover.
But Phoenix, specifically Jean Grey, for whatever reason, is going to be in this.
Jean
Are you
Grey.
sure it's Jean Grey? Because even the first Phoenix is redhead. I mean,
Just because you're a redhead,
She's no.
doesn't mean it's going to be Jean.
She's wearing Jean Grey's clothes as the Phoenix. You know, the green and the gold clothing.
That could just be the Phoenix,
well, to be fair, they did.
or it could just be Madame Pryor messing with his brain.
No, it's probably Jean Grey. They have been teasing Jean Grey getting the Phoenix skin to do something to help the X-Men.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But anyway, anybody excited for female bent Wolverine?
No.
No,
I don't really care.
Yeah.
The book is very neat to him just having titties.
Look. Yeah, I feel like Jane Howlett's going to go the same route as Crush from DC. You know, Crush, the daughter of Lobo. You know, the one who likes riding motorcycles, using guns, using explosives, picking up chicks. Oh, wait. What exactly is the difference between Crush and her father exactly?
Yeah.
In that case?
He's a woman.
That's literally the only thing.
She's on the Teen Titans.
That's true.
I guess if you want to see what Lobo was like when he was a teenager on that team, okay. Like, alrighty then. Any other thoughts? It's being written by Christos Gage.
I don't even know what it is.
My question is, why Earth X Wolverine?
Why female bent Wolverine?
No, the
Wait, I'm
gender
telling
bent.
you now,
No, because I've read Earth X, and you want to know what Earth X Logan is like?
What?
He marries Jean Grey, and they become
They're both fat slobs, right?
a bickering old couple, both overweight and all this other stuff, and then she divorces him because he's a piece of shit. That is Earth X Wolverine. So that's my
They,
I can live with
they
a
prob-
gender bend Wolverine. That's not my problem. My problem is why Earth X out of all of the characters, out of all the different versions of Logan you could have picked.
That's all I gotta say.
Because he's alive, or the writer was he personally liked Earth X, and he just wanted to do that character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alex Ross is going to be getting some money.
I guess.
Universe.
All right. Anyway, any final thoughts on this topic before we move on?
No.
Gotcha.
I don't like Nazis,
Definitely
though.
give a character
Go to the
tools
next
does not mean it deserves to be a topic.
All right, then. Who wants to tackle the next topic?
I don't like Nazis. What is Hydra Cap deal?
Yeah, but I killed Nazis. Yeah, so what's the deal with Hydra Cap new status in name?
Okay, so yeah, spoiler alert for the finale of Uncanny Avengers. The team, they end up stopping Hydra Cap, and Hydra Cap has his day in court. He has this whole press conference and everything. He's sporting a new white and black suit, and now he's going as the Flag Smasher.
So he's an idiot. They can't even get his man a reasonable name. This is terrible.
Yeah. Again, audience, like when Hydra Cap was the way Hydra Cap was written throughout this whole series, he did not feel like he was Hydra Cap from the Nick Spencer era. He just felt like evil just for being evil's sake. He gives off this whole speech that, no, mutants are the problem. We as humans need to be uniting to go up against a mutant problem. At this point, he's pretty much. I guess they're going to give him the title of the Sentinel of Fascism or whatever. And yeah, randomly he decides, I don't like the flags of this American country, so I'm ripping it and hereby going as Flag Smasher now. And also, my name will hereon be Grant Rogers, because I don't like the fact that Steve sullied our name. Everybody's gonna call you Hydra Cap, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
no one's gonna call you that.
Oh, you call him Hydra Cap. It's all evil.
I mean, granted, nobody really did know what to do with Flag Smasher after the Mark Grunwald era, so
That's not an excuse to be uncreative. It's literally supposed to be evil Cap. You could just kept the Hydra really would be like that.
Yeah.
His whole part of his story doesn't make sense. He didn't have a real problem with mutants in Secret Empire. It don't make sense to him to suddenly rise up and want to take them down now. Especially without Hydra at his back, it's just him. Hydra's not even here.
Exactly. Like, Hydra Cap's whole skit was like, he was full on the Hydra juice, the Kool-Aid, the whole motto of Hydra. He was live and die by Hydra, even if he has to sacrifice his old life and be a martyr if it meant continuing on the name of Hydra. But here in Uncanny Avengers, I don't really care about Hydra. I have to stop the mutant problem now. Okay?
Bro, do you have anything better to do with your life?
It's like,
I hate to admit it, but at least Spiderboy is doing more than your ass.
I mean, he's just a different character entirely at this point,
Hey, Cryptid, what was Hydra Cap like when he was first introduced? Tell me.
What? No, he pretended to be,
He's just evil Cap, exactly what that is.
Was he a compelling character?
He was Steve that just followed the Hydra mythos, the Hydra motto. He hates America, but he also hates Nazis at that same time too. He hates Nazis because they gave Hydra a bad name in World War II. Yeah, he just wants the whole world unified. He hates capitalism. He hates people following their dreams because they should be supporting a community instead of just going as an individual. You know, I mean, there was
But with
depth to
that's
Hydra
your,
Cap.
that's your question. Which yeah, he really was compelling, especially when you see his relationship with his former enemies. So you have him and Zemo being brothers really in this
Oh
continuity.
yeah.
So watching them team up and all the other stuff was very interesting. Like to watch their friendship blossom. Also, it didn't work
Yeah.
out how it did. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, like Zemo was even convinced, like, when Hydra Cap was telling him that, look, Zemo, I know you're not going to believe this, but I've been a Hydra agent this whole entire time. I know you have a bad relationship with your father, but just know your father really loved you, Zemo, and we considered each other brothers. I need my brother, Zemo. Will you fight beside me? All right. All right, Cap. Well,
Zemo
all
wanted to
right.
cry and hug this man, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. I can only imagine in Zemo's mind, he's like, what the beep is he talking about? But
You
okay, let's
also
see,
had
let's go.
you also had him killing Red Skull and that lady who helped
Oh,
turn him into Hydra, becoming Madam Hydra. All that got thrown away the moment he lost.
yeah. Red Skull is probably the one person, well, the person that Hydra Cap hated the most out of anybody in the planet, because Red Skull is a symbol of Nazism, right? And because of Red Skull's attachment to Hydra, everybody saw Hydra as Nazis. And he's like, and Hydra Cap's like, you gave a bad name to Hydra, you Nazi fascist son of a, you know. There was compelling stuff with Hydra Cap at the end of the day, but they're just throwing that all out to make him an evil person just for evil person's sake, you know?
And don't forget, which Red Skull just came back to life, and he's about to be killed. And now you meet Hydra Cap again.
Beat his
Oh,
ass.
that
Beat
could have
his
been something.
ass.
One thing I will say, after reading that book, the finale of Uncanny Avengers, right? There was this one funny moment where, Hydra Cap, he took Steve's shield, and he had used it to slice Deadpool in half from the waist up. So what does Steve Rogers do? He uses Deadpool's upper torso as his new shield for the time being.
Why?
Hey, keep in mind, Jake, Deadpool's a Captain America fanboy, so who wouldn't want to be the shield of their greatest hero, you know?
A lot of people.
Hey, let the audience know I would take a bullet for Cap if I could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
know.
bullet,
We all
not
know.
multiple. Okay?
And to make Deadpool's fanboy dream come true, Captain America threw Deadpool as if he was his shield.
Did it come
When
back?
Captain America throws his mighty shield. That I mean, he latched onto Hydra Cap, and was biting him and choking him at least.
I hope so.
Yeah, but like I don't know how far Hydra Cap's going. Well, yeah, I'm still calling him Hydra Cap. I don't know how far he's going to go storyline wise. I guess he's going to be sticking with the X-Men for a bit.
You mean Orcus?
Maybe working with Orcus. All I know is like none of the Cap books at the moment really have anything that would involve Hydra Cap. It seems like his whole motto now is "I gotta stop the mutant problem now." You know?
That's it. At worst, I think he just might end up being the next Thunderbolt villain after Red Skull dies. Apparently.
I guess. But it is what it is. Any final thoughts, guys?
No.
Gotcha. All right then. With that, let's move on. Jake, you want to do the honors of this one?
Well, the spectacular Spider-Man book will include fan favorite supporting cast from the TV show. So I'm assuming this means Betty Brant, Gloria, Flash
Oh,
Thompson, Kenny. Oh, so that was a lie. Cryptid, you lied to me.
No,
How
Brandy
dare you
Brandon
lie?
gonna be in it. That's not because they're from the TV show, it's because they're fucking Spider-Man. They're talking about like the real side characters that people don't see in Spider-Man comics at all. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
Gloria and them.
Mm-hmm. Jake, you're such a big fan of that Spectacular Spider-Man. Tell us why they were great characters.
What I love about Spectacular Spider-Man, and like what I think no other Spider-Man show did before, and I would argue before. I think the '90s kind of did it. I love that cast because like when Peter is Spider-Man, you get to know them a lot more. Like Flash in season 1 is not the same as he is by the end of the series, or
Mm-hmm.
series. I like seeing all the little dynamics between the cast members and how it slowly comes back to Peter's lives. How like I was bringing up, I like seeing them interact with each other. I like seeing like the different sides of Peter's school and how they reacted to Peter doing things. Like there was the arc where Peter was in the black suit, and they all tried coming together to try to help them. You know, Peter's in the black suit, so he he kind of gives him like a big cold shoulder, essentially. I love how like even Flash is coming up like, you know, Peter, you're being such a jerk. You know, all these people are here for you, and you're just kind of having like a stick up your ass. And Peter's like, damn, Flash, you were right. I don't know. I like MJ in that show as well. I like how she wasn't Peter's love interest, but she was going through her own thing where she didn't like relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Started, and then she liked the guy, and she started like maybe I can be with someone. Maybe I can like start dating someone, like things like that, just like small things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They added a nice touch to Spider-Man's world and made them feel alive. So I miss that in
So,
Spider-Man.
so Jake, what you're telling me is we missed an opportunity to enjoy a well-written Mary Jane that we haven't gotten in years, right?
Yeah, the Mary Jane in that show is not one that I think people would want in the comics right now. But in terms of like, because I think the Spectacular Spider-Man writers came out and said like down the line, Peter and MJ were going to get together at the end. Knowing
Mm-hmm.
that, I really did appreciate her plot points more in the show. Uh, of just seeing her just grow into someone who can be less aloof, and more like of a dependable person as well.
Mm-hmm.
There was even her standing up for Peter to Eddie Brock as well when they're on the bike. And Eddie's like saying like Peter's a shitty person. No, 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 no. He's like, Randy, she's like, you know what? Let me off this bike. Cause like you're not gonna talk about Peter like that. Peter's like a good guy. Like, you know, like I like those.
I remember that.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just all those different scenes, how they would you got to see them go eat dinner together, go to parties together, all that other stuff. You know. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the news that Spectacular Spider-Man will go back to having that type of supporting cast is really good to me. It means like we might get a lot of like cool interactions as well.
Yeah. In this article, it did state that the writer is aware that there is a difference between the comic versions of them and the TV shows of them, but he still wants to include them, and
Yeah,
make them shine in their own light.
So that's going back to that title. Yeah, to just bring it back characters, even though they're not. Most of them are not anything like the show.
No, but that's what I was telling Cryptid too. Like I understand. Like I don't want. They don't have to be like the show. I don't even want them to be like the show because like whatever they're on the comics is what they should be now. Like naturally progressing, of course. But like, I just like that the focus is on the supporting cast as well. We will have that focus. So I hope they're not going to try to force them to be like their show counterparts. I just want them to be.
Did he say the focus gonna be on them? All he said with these characters coming back, he didn't say he was focused on them at all.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm assuming is that based off what Criminal is now, I'm assuming this podcast is going to have just as big a role as in Spectacular Spider-Man, where it's like, yeah, it's Peter's story and Spider-Man's story as well, but we can still have those moments with those characters. That's what I guess I'm
okay
as well. So, So yeah. Go watch Spectacular Spider-Man and then be
so Jake, will this be
I don't really like how this book supposed to be about both Spider-Man and the supporting cast is like overwhelmingly just Peter speaking. Most people don't even know the fuck Miles.
Miles has his own book at the moment.
What we're gonna say?
He's in this book.
Yeah, I know, but everybody
Spider-Man, not Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
I guess. But Jake, I wanted to say, is this Spider-Man book that's made for you, man?
Uh, Maybe I don't know. I don't know how good Greg Wiseman is today. I always say like people like want Spectacular Spider-Man to come back, and while like deep down I would love it, I don't know if he can write. I don't know if the writers are in the same mindset. They can make the characters work the same way I like them to. And Also, he's not writing Spectacular Spider-Man from the show. He's writing Spider-Man as he is now in the
Hmm.
comics. So I don't know what that'll look like in Greg Wiseman's hands. I hope he can make Spider-Man funny again.
Okay.
Yeah, make Spider-Man less depressing. 2024.
Yeah, I want to be more. I want to be more confident as a person, and like, well, when he needs to be. Obviously, Spider-Man and Spectacular did have self doubt as well, but just confident when he needs to be, and actually funny. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. But
Okay. We'll definitely talk about when the issue comes out then,
yeah.
So, but alrighty. With that, audience, we're done with the comic news. So we're moving on to the comic reviews. And what better way to start us off than to talk about a superior spider book? Oh, sick.
So what happened this
Superior
time?
Superior Spider-Man number 2. Now, remember, audience, a woman with the power of the star got screwed over by Otto's time as Superior Spider-Man, and she's currently trying to vaporize Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, because she thinks that this is a mother beeper who screwed up her life. So here you start the issue off with Anna Maria. She's quickly trying to get to the scene of the fight, right? Because she knows about Estrella, and she could likely help, or at least be the only person who could talk to her about this. Calm her down.
How does she know about this girl?
Because Anna Maria was the one who actually recommended to Otto that, yeah, you might look. Look, Peter. I know you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, but you could stand to use some help. I know of a person
No, no,
in
no.
college that can
I
help.
remember that. No, I remember that. The problem is she didn't know that Doc Ock sealed her away and then released her.
No, she was able to recognize Estrella from the news cameras.
You got to lead with that. He just made it so that she
Uh,
randomly started running outside. My friend's in danger, like without no idea what's going on.
Okay, well now you guys got context. She knows that this whoever this new powered person is, that she is the person that once that she recommended to work with Spider-Man, who ended up disappearing and never be seen again. So, all right, you go back to Estrella Lopez. She's going as Supernova, by the way, audience. She's pissed off because Spider-Man, decided to take his costume out and go as Peter Parker because he assumed if she can't find Spider-Man, in that case she'll stop, on commencing with this onslaught, shooting down buildings, burning the places, this and that. But oh no, no, she's actually gone more insane. She's like Spider-Man. She's like saying, "Spider-Man, you want to play hide and seek? All right, I'll smoke you out, even if I have to burn all of New York down to the ground." And Peter, geez, she is really pissed. And Peter's like, oh, "This is not how I thought things were going to handle." And then you have Spiderboy in the background. He's doing his best to save the innocent bystanders from getting crumpled by falling debris. You even see one shot of him saving this one woman who was about to get pancaked by a falling sign that was on fire. He's like, "Don't worry, I got this. Get away." And that's when Estrella notices Spider Boy. She's like, you know Spider Man. You're his sidekick, aren't you? You're gonna tell me where Spider Man is." And then you have Spider Boy saying, um, "Did I mention I was actually Spider Woman's long lost sidekick?
What?
Did I mention I was? Did I mention I'm actually Spider Woman's long lost sidekick?"
feel like I missed something in that joke. Whoa.
He just kept lying so she won't kill him. That's literally it.
She's thinking, she's looking at Spiderboy saying like, oh, he must be partners with Spider-Man, and then Spider.
I thought she said, did I mention I'm also? And I'm like, how does that help you?
No, he's saying, I'm actually Spider-Woman's long-lost sidekick.
Oh, okay, I missed the one.
Okay. Gotcha. But, oh, shit, she is like, oh, I'm going after you, kid. And that's when Peter's like, look, I don't care if I'm not in costume. I have to save Bailey. So he jumps at Estrella looking to grab her, only for Dr. Octopus to grab Peter and toss him into a nearby building. Good evening, Mr. Parker. I know exactly who you are, Spider-Man!
I need to kill this shit off, because, like, we know you know. We talked about it, like, 3 books in a row. Why are you making a big deal out of it? You literally told him you knew when you saved him from the Sinister Six or wherever the Sinister 26, wherever the fuck that book is.
But at this point, Otto fully has all his memories back from his time as Superior Spider-Man.
I don't know but he already do that. He literally went to go save Aunt May because he knew who that was. He knew all that shit.
Okay, well, I guess Dan Saul wasn't writing that book because this is all new to Otto. He finally found out who Spider-Man's secret identity is, and he finally remembers everything that happened to him when he was Superior Spider-Man, right? So, he's taking this opportunity, like, Peter, you don't have your costume, you don't have your webbings, so now it's just me and you. But Peter's like, Otto, please, look, we'll settle this later, but we can't leave Spider-Boy alone right now. He's about to get killed by the supernova. And Otto is like, oh, if he dies, it's on you, Parker. If you had any brains, you would have shunned him like I did. Because remember when a couple issues ago, we saw that during Otto's time as Superior Spider-Man, he basically told Spider-Boy, yeah, you're an embarrassment, you're a disgrace, get the hell out of my sight. You Fantastic Four, take him.
He was absolutely correct.
Okay, so this is the matchup you're having.
Example of your favorite hero, and shot him as well.
Aw. So this is what's happening. It's Otto versus Peter and Spider-Boy versus Supernova. Spider-Boy is trying his best to dodge all of her attacks, but unfortunately she ends up burning his Spider-Boy's bug pack. It's like saying, no, that was given to me by Mr. Fantastic. It's one of the few things I have left since coming back. Oh, man. Pretty tense moments going on between both sides of the fights, Even Peter, he's getting overwhelmed by Otto. Otto's like, you cannot beat me now, Wall Crawler. Not with the upgrades I made to my tentacles. They ain't gonna be holding back against you this time, Wall Crawler. And, Otto's just mercilessly beating up Peter at this moment. Like, he's not even giving Peter time to put on his web shooters, because Otto, he now knows every move Peter would know, because he, on top of, having his memories back, he also now has all of Peter's memories back.
Has Peter not updated movesets since Superior Spider-Man? Well, I'm not to believe.
No, apparently not.
Right.
But, anyway,
as he's dead, so he's just still using the same fight style with the way of the spider.
Gotcha. Anyway, so there you have it. Otto actually has Peter on the ground. He's actually won this. He's like saying, finally, after all this time, I am triumphant. It took me years, but your defeat was inevitable. Now let the last words you hear be my voice declaring once and for all, the die is cast.
What?
The die is cast. And that's when Anna Maria pops up behind Otto. She's looking at Otto, and Otto's looking at her. She's saying, Otto? And then Otto's looking at her saying, Anna? And that's when Peter Parker uses his opportunity to kick Otto in the balls.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a question, right? So Doc Ock is like remembers being Superior Spider-Man, which means he remembers all the lessons he learned from that adventure. Why does he hate Peter though?
Yeah.
I guess Otto's just evil, man.
Okay.
Otto's just evil, man.
Okay. I thought those experiences shaped him into being a better person.
Really, the whole point that he was already evil, and then he found out that actually Peter's a great guy. Peter's a better Spider-Man. Maybe I should chill out and say what me anyway. Because the right thing.
I'm just saying, if Anna Marie is enough to stop him just hearing her voice, I mean, that's because she also helped in his journey to be a better person. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have her right in the background, literally, at this point, seeing him as he's about to kill Peter,
It does that, but it's like, why are you still trying to kill Peter? You literally like his aunt to the point where you save her life on your own accord. You want to kill her and show up, and you're like, I'm sorry about this. I don't want to.
Peter's a menace to his life, and he just wants to prove I am superior to Spider-Man.
Cryptid, you also are.
But anyway, so Otto gets kicked in the balls. He's just like, what kind of hero does that? Peter's like a desperate one, Otto.
I would more said superior, just to make it funny.
Yeah, and then Peter just webs Otto up while he's still hunching over, obviously in pain from that kick to the balls. And while that fight was happening, unfortunately, during the confrontation between Supernova and Bailey, Supernova ends up shooting some of the rubble, and it actually ends up falling on Spiderboy.
Good.
And she's like, wait, no, what have I done? Now she's regretting this. She's like, look, I was just trying to scare the kid. I wasn't trying to kill him.
Put his whole thing back off. Yeah, man, I'm not sure that kind of book. I'm telling you that right now. I'm really not.
Hey, look, I gotta control these powers more. So she clears out the rubble. She's like saying, oh, okay, look, the kid's not dead at least. But anyway, I got a Spider-Man to go find. And then that's when she finds Peter and Anna. And, she's like, you two know who Spider-Man is. Talk! You two are Anna, you're the one who persuaded me to work for Spider-Man. And Peter, you're the one who was working with Spider-Man. So you two better talk right here, right now.
I'm like, ma'am, Spider-Man is that dude on the ground with the arms on his back, that is Spider-Man. You should kill him.
Instead, yeah, you could say that, but instead, Supernova just backslaps Peter, grabs Anna Maria, and tells Peter, okay, you have 24 hours to go contact your buddy Spider-Man, Peter. If he doesn't show up, Anna Maria's dead. And then, before Peter could go, try tracking her down, he comes across Spiderboy, who's not looking too good. He's barely able to say Peter. Like, Peter just grabs Spiderboy and takes him to the nearby hospital. Oh man, it's something to see like a kid his size. Huh?
Marvel don't got insurance. What is he doing?
Hey, they're still going to help this kid out, man. They're not going to leave him dying in the doorstep.
Peter has another bill left to pay that he can't pay and be homeless again.
I want Peter to be like, oh, that's right, you're a child. I shouldn't have brought you out here anyway. I'm going to leave you here. Don't tell
me. Back to the Fantastic Four, who could probably heal you up way better than the hospital.
Yeah. The Fantastic Four don't even have a building at the moment.
Well,
yeah, they building. They barely.
That Aunt Petunia's house across from New York. So
that agreed to heal people. Okay.
Okay, but anyway, Spider-Boy's in a stretcher, and oh man, that is not a good sight to see a boy of his size like on a stretcher. Doctors coming in, checking his vitals, this and that. You have one nurse consulting Peter Parker, right? Saying you did the right thing in bringing him here. Man, we need more men like you, Mr. Parker, and less like that horrible Spider-Man. How could any sane person bring a kid like that into battle? That man ought to be locked up.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. That is irresponsible for me.
I mean, really, you never seen with Spider-Man, despite Spider-Man being active for 8 years or more than 8 years. This is not even the Black Spider-Man. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, but anyway, so the doctor's giving Peter the rundown on the status of Bailey, right? He's like saying, "Look, you're the one who brought Spider Boy in. Okay, thankfully this kid has a superhuman metabolism, so he's healing far faster than a normal person would. He should be fine in like about a day or two. But Mr.
Okay,
Parker,
so
there's
Spider-Man turned into the Spider-Boy book. Just a dead slot right
Now, Mr. Parker,
now.
this kid,
I'm,
this kid's.
I promise. I just built up
I'm gonna
that,
be
so
like,
I'm
now,
not.
Mr. Parker, this kid is not insured, so that's gonna be $800 for the ambulance
No,
ride and
how
also
could you say
$1,000
that?
copay.
Actually, I want to know. In America, it's 200. It's 2,500 for the ambulance.
There you go.
uh,
No, it's gonna be 50,000 just for this talk right now.
Yes. Now we will. Now we
but
take our card. It's up to you. Dude, just pay.
hey, Peter was just a good Samaritan who brought this kid in the hospital.
And
He's
he's
not
still
a
technically
guardian.
responsible for this
He's
person.
not he's not a
But I don't have to
guardian or
pay. I'll be
anything.
a fucking kid. I don't care what happened.
Mhm. But anyway, so the doctor's talking to Peter. Look, there's something else we gotta talk to you about. There are no records of this boy existing. No fingerprints, no files. Like what's the deal with this kid? And Peter's like, well, why would you ask me? I don't know anything about this kid. But Peter, he's actually been asking for you. So Peter comes in, checks up on Bailey. He's covered in bandages and, an IV tube or whatever. He's in bed. He's like saying, Peter, look, I know we had a deal that if there's a bad guy out of my league, I'm supposed to sit it out. I'm sorry, Peter. I screwed up. I should have run. I should have hid.
You
I
should
should
have.
have. But then that's when Peter gives his speech, right? Look, Bailey, do you remember what I told you earlier? When I got stabbed by the web of life, it showed me the life I had when I didn't have power. So now I have the memories of two lives. One where I had great power but used it irresponsibly and someone died. But in the other, I had no power, but I just jumped in to do the right thing and save the person. In that world, I woke up with my Uncle Ben, and he told me, you've always been a son to me, but today you were more than that. You were a hero. Bailey, you saved a lot of people today. That should be something you should be proud of. And then Bailey's looking at Peter saying, so does that mean I'm still your sidekick?
No.
And Peter's like, no, you're my hero. You're my hero.
Boo!
Oh, you're
You're so close. You're right there.
I don't know. If time you read this book, I'm not going up. I'm so done with that. I'm not going up next time.
This is great power comes great irresponsibility, bro. It's great.
The lady, this nigga just landed child. I heard getting these death matches. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna validate it by saying you did great.
He saved lives, man. Come on. People were about to get killed during that fight with Supernova.
Listen, I don't mind
If Peter
him.
was there, this guy would be dead. There's no point in saving lives if you die as well.
I don't mind him saying that, like, oh, you did a great job or anything, but like, hey, like, no, this is over. We'll find other ways for you to help, but for right now, it's like you can't do this anymore. Like,
Okay, but anyway, so as Peter's walking out of the hospital, he's like contemplating, like, look, now I have to deal with Supernova and save Anna Maria. This isn't going to be easy. But then that's when his spider sense starts tinkling as Doctor Octopus comes above him, and Peter's like, "Look, Otto. Okay, you want to fight? You want to fight again? All right, come on, let's tussle. We don't got much time, you know." And then Otto's like, "Quiet, you dolt! I don't have time for this petty rivalry. My beloved Anna is in danger, and there is only one being on this wretched earth who can save her." As Otto throws Peter his suit. Otto throws Peter his suit.
What do you
You
mean,
can't. You can't be more. We gotta be more than a man. We gotta be more than a spider. We gotta be superior.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus
Fuck that slot. The
Christ.
whole point. No, legitimately. Fuck that slot. Because it's the story he wrote in the first place, where Adam Marie had to be saved and Peter had to do it. The whole point of the story was that Peter had to do it. So if you're gonna
Mhm.
actively tell Peter to like you have to save her, he doesn't need to be fucking you. He needs to be Peter Parker. That's the whole point. Peter Parker
But
is
it's not.
right. That's the whole point of the book. And he just
Mhm.
keeps throwing it away for shitty puns.
But either way, have to be a combined effort between Peter and Doctor Octopus to go against Supernova in this. So Peter, we are going to get Superior Spider-Man back, but it's just going to be Peter wearing the costume, while Otto is probably going to be his man on the chair in this. You know?
Wait. So why does it? I'm assuming the costume has like special features.
Spider-Man, don't go up there and fight. This story stuff, bro.
I'm assuming the costume has special features, right? Because like, why does he need the superior costume?
The costume that Otto had during his time as Superior Spider-Man, yeah, it was tricked out with a bunch of gadgets, a bunch of weapons, tools, even some carbonadium. But I don't know about the capacity of this suit. I mean, for all I know, Otto just tossed him just a costume of Superior Spider-Man, none of the gadgets.
Did he have that lying around?
No. You gotta look at it like this. Last time he had the suit, it got destroyed. And by the time, that means he literally just made the suit the moment he got his memories back. Like, he had no reason to have this suit.
Yeah, I was like, did he have?
Oh, don't have
Did
anything.
he have a suit in spare? Was he planning on being Spider-Man again? And then again, if he was, like, why are you attacking Peter? Like,
Yeah, just probably like a trophy to remember his days.
I'm not, no, this show again.
I don't know. I have fun ripping the book apart, but you know, if you like in the book, bro, it's your book.
Anyway, that's it. We're getting Superior Spider-Man back, So, yay.
Bendy, why do you hate me so much?
I'm supporting a winner here.
But what do you
Okay.
Cryptic, very quickly, what do you enjoy about the book? What keeps you going? Is it just Superior Spider-Man, or is it like?
Well, you get to see characters. I like the story, the ghost of Superior's past continuing on. Supernova being a byproduct of somebody that Otto screwed over, but Peter's getting all the consequences of that. Even some heartfelt moments of between Peter and Bailey here. And of course,
if Captain America book and Captain America in a sense of someone else, he'll be pissed. And he'll act like it's the worst thing in the world.
But anyway, that's it for Superior Spider-Man #2, audience.
Okay.
Austin, want to talk about the next one?
At this point, not anymore.
What?
Well, did you read it, Cryptid?
Yeah, I read it.
Then well, tell me about the original X-Men #1.
That's not in the book.
Oh,
Nah.
it says after. Oh, I'm ahead. My bad. Well, shift
Yeah, you
number
went
one.
way ahead. You skipped my.
Yeah,
I
I
told this book is
You
Superior
skipped.
Spider-Man.
You skipped
I
the
only
Henry
talked into the
books.
Spider-Boy sequel because that's why I want the right Spider-Boy. Get his kid everywhere. He really want this kid to catch on like Miles Morales. And he's not.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about shift #1?
Shift #1. He's a character from the Massiverse in Image Comics. Basically, think of him as a. Go ahead,
But
Austin.
I would say which he's basically a Roman from Ruby, to be honest. But he's got more swag and younger.
Hmm. I couldn't help but notice like this when I was reading him. Right, he's a mercenary. Am I? That's right, right, Austin? He's a mercenary.
Yeah, because they can't choose what he sells. He just does a different job every time he films. He might be a
Yeah.
mercenary now. That wasn't what he was supposed to be.
Okay, but either way, he does pretty bad stuff for money anyway. So, okay, he's basically radiant green in this, but he's calling himself a shift. Him and his
Yeah,
group were
and
able.
it's because Frederick, he was the first person to show up with the power that absorbed radiant power.
Yeah, they ended up using whatever technology they had recovered from previous battles, involving the Radiant people, right? And they were able to construct a suit for him.
Oh my god. You just put in my head. You tell me this gonna be our Tommy Jarvis, bro? He gonna get the turnaround? This gonna be Tommy Jarvis of this franchise? No, I can't.
You could. Did I mention his name is Guy? Yeah,
No.
Guy. But
Oh,
anyway,
so that means Tommy said his name and it's guy. That's lame.
one thing I gotta note, right? I did like the design of his suit, but his power is he can actually teleport. Huh. Okay, so he's a mercenary. He could teleport, and he has two swords. Who does that remind me of? Oh, and he's blonde, by the way.
Your mom?
And he's black hair. He has had two pieces of blonde hair. He died of.
But still, come on, wink, wink, Deadpool here.
Wait, can Deadpool still teleport? Is that a thing he can still do?
Well, he
No,
used to
he
have it.
used to have a teleporting belt. It's not a power dip with his
I
hands.
know
I
it's
don't
not
know
a
if he's
part, but
that
he
way.
used to be able to do it. Can he still? So he doesn't have it anymore.
No, he does.
No, he doesn't have that teleporting belt.
He threw away the teleporting belt because, in his words, it just made things too easy. You know. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, he could shift. He calls the teleporting shifting. So that's where he got his name, Shift. And but in order to get the necessary power to power up his suit, he actually needs to be in the presence of one of the Radiants, and it just so happened to be Radiant Black was nearby around. He targeted him in the midst of a traffic jam going on, and yeah, he was able to get enough power siphoned from Radiant Black to power up his suit. And
Yeah, it's kind of
while
funny too. He's trying to be sneaky, but he's kind of like an asshole. He just doing like the Naruto run between cars in a traffic jam. While
yep.
Radiant Black isn't looking, and he's just doing it like in a circle.
There you go. I mean, eventually Radiant Black did actually spot him, but he was fully charged at that point, so he was able to teleport. And his group originally wanted to sell the suit, get some money off of it from the profits, but he's like, you know what? Let's go into business for ourselves. I think we got a good thing going on with this suit. Let's go into business for ourselves. Hey, if you guys had a power suit, what would you do? Would you sell it or would you use it to make money?
Use it to make money.
Duh. Fuck.
But anyway, that's what he does.
Unless I'll be willing
Yep.
to sell it to the government just to see what happens.
Okay. What will you do?
I really don't care. I'll just keep it or maybe sell it on eBay for some extra cash. No.
eBay. All right.
Forget who I am as a person, man. I'm gonna shoot
Yeah,
this power
cool.
suit.
Gotcha.
I don't
But
even
anyway,
have room for a power suit. You think where would I even put that shit without my parents finding out? Yeah.
Gotcha. But anyway, this whole one shot just talks about the jobs he does. He goes and steals for money. He goes and kills for money. He gets to hire some new people in the business. And then one of his jobs ended up having to get some information on this one new inmate in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right, authorities had apparently arrested this one target of interest, but he's not giving his real name. So that's basically Shift's job to go to break into that maximum security prison and get information on that guy, and possibly get a blood sample from him. So that's what Shift ends up doing. Goes fights through the guards, fights through the securities, and comes across the guy whose name is Aaron James Kern. And why is he important? He's Shift was asking, like, okay, so what makes you so special? Who are you? Oh, I'm no one.
I
No
don't
one.
buy it.
Yeah, no one was
As a person
no
who
one.
read that book, and the whole point of that book, this big ass mystery of who no one is, they'll be like the worst way to reveal who no one is.
That's why I wanted your input on this, Austin, because I know you mentioned like we don't know the identity of no one, right? So here's this one guy claiming to be him.
Slow down, bro.
But
I feel like I have it pulled up like on that tablet over here, so I couldn't get a physical copy in time.
gotcha.
So
But anyway, this is all based on his word. We don't know if it's true or not. But anyway, Shift, the security guards are coming in fast, so he has to get what he can fast. At least he now knows his name, and then he spits out a capsule needle. He's like saying, "Hey, we could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way."
no. Cryptid. This isn't no one. That's not what he's saying. This guy is the guy who I was telling you when I read the book. This is the dude who was supposedly did those murders, but it seemed like he did do those murders that no one's trying to solve right now.
Oh, okay.
This is him
No,
saying he's no one. This is the son of the main character of that book, who isn't no one.
okay. See, at least we got clarification there.
And I had to scroll down again because I was like, I just glanced over it because they didn't emphasize him saying no one. So that I see,
Oh,
yeah, that's not.
I'm no one. But anyway, so guy ends up getting a blood sample from him from this needle he apparently had in his mouth. He teleports outside and then he pukes out that capsule needle. Ew. Yeah,
Gross.
he had the. Yeah, I know. Hey, mercenary businesses aren't exactly the cleanest work environments out there, But anyway, you flash forward months later. Apparently, Guy ends up getting arrested. He's in jail. He's watching the news. Apparently, this is after an event just happened in the Massiverse. And then he gets paid a visit by this one guy. I forgot his name. Kiran or something like that. He's coming in kind of like bragging. Yep, he's kind of like talking. He's talking to Guy, telling him, "Hey, look what I have. I have your suit, but I upgraded it a bit." I think he was just bragging in front of him that I have a new power suit, better than yours, this and that. And what does Guy do? Oh, he just takes it. He steals it from
Oh
him.
yeah, okay. According to this guy, this is mercenary name. He'll use a real name. He'll use guy something.
As a person in the business should, So he steals the belt that summons the suit from this one tech guy, punches him in the face, puts on the new suit. He beats up all security guards. He's escaping the prison, only for that same guy to say, "I got $20 million." And apparently, he turns out to be a government official, right? Look, we want to buy. We would like to officially buy Shift, and we'll get you set up with some real money and real operations.
Hey
You'll
yo,
you'll only just listen to us. What do you think,
son
Chief?
of a bitch.
Pretty much. What do you think? You want to make a living killing? Well, you don't start a company without a plan to sell. So I'm in. And yeah. That's pretty much it. He calls himself Shift, but he's radiant green in my book. So yeah, all good.
I think the only reason they put this book out is because people were confused about what shift. Remember how we were talking about it on that week, and I was like, I really don't know what shift does. It doesn't really make sense. Every time you see him, he has a different job, but he never actually called himself a mercenary. He called himself an arms
Yeah.
dealer at one point. But it seems like they just want to show
Okay.
you this is what shift does. It seems like each part is between a different time where he fought Radiant Black.
Mm-hmm.
I know the one he got arrested is the last time him Radiant Black fought.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We got clarification at least. Oh, even though it is jumping from timeline to timeline in the past and then the present and the future, you know.
Go
Hey, so
green.
that
Oh,
But I was
yeah,
really
good.
surprised they put Doppler in this book. Doppler was a big part, like the first part of Radiant Black, like Volume 1 or 2,
Mm-hmm.
until Marshall kind of beat her up and she kind of stopped. So seeing
Mm-hmm.
her, well, I guess her name's Estelle now, but seeing her still be here, kind of evil and dating Shift of all people is kind of funny.
Is she the one with the long black hair?
Yeah, the one who he at his house where he got his shirt off and stuff. That's Doppler.
Yes. I wanted to ask about that because he's actually giving her or showing her some of the new stuff that his group has been working on. She might end up
Oh,
becoming
so that's have
Radiant
to
too.
be. I think that's before their job where she does all that. Cause she has a
Yes,
suit too. And her power like vibrates like sound or something, if I remember correctly. It's something
correct.
like that.
Yes, it
So
involves
she was
some.
fighting Radiant Black and Red in that issue.
Mhm. Ah, okay, okay, yeah, because she was given a pair of these gloves to try out because apparently, like the way these work is that they would be better used in the hands of a musician, right? And just does some
Yeah,
constructs with sounds or whatever, you know. So
it's
yeah,
like a different version, like Songbird, and like it does, you don't fly. Well, she probably
yep.
can't fly.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Anyway, that's it for Shift, audience. Go check it out when you can. One of these days we'll have
No, wait, wait.
a
You see the
Masterverse
final
Part
page
Two.
of this? Do you see the final page of this?
Let's see. Shift
Like it
shaking
goes all the
hands.
way to the part where it's like shift for when they do the Marvel stinger, when they shift for return. Do you see that page?
It says shift a timeline.
No, no, no. If you keep going down, it shows like I don't know what I guess not for you, but for me it shows like
Um,
the designs details. If you go under that, it says shift for return like a Marvel movie, and then it shows part of Catalyst War, and it shows Radiant Black in a new form apparently because he never had a form like this.
ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, I have the book in front of
Only
me. I'm
take
just.
the fire
Oh,
part flying off him.
oh. Okay, okay. Yes, yes. I see what you're talking about. Shift will return. Radiant Black 28 and 28.5 on sale January 2024. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a new suit Radiant Black is wearing.
Yeah, like
So,
the white coat is fine, but him on fire and stuff is brand new. So I wonder what's gonna happen
mhm.
there.
Gotcha.
did you
Upgrade.
guys
Yep,
shift?
yep,
They
Hey,
yep.
they say
Tevia.
shift will return, but
I
he's not in
tell
this
you.
photo.
hmm
Hey,
I see Radiant Pink. I see Radiant Pink here.
It's
Who's
pink,
just
yellow, and red. They're right next to each other, but shift is not in this photo.
hey, Tevia,
um,
you can shift to your local comic book store and read Shift issue 1.
Thank you, Tevia. I agree with you. I don't give a fuck about
yeah,
Spider-Man.
we'll be talking about Spiderboy later, but before then, Witch, it's your turn.
Yay! The Devil That Wears My Face issue 3 is out, guys. You guys ready
Okay.
for me to be simping over a demon and a priest in a Spanish dude's body? You guys ready for
You're
this?
gonna do that anyway.
That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong. But before I get started, for anyone who's confused, so there was a priest named Franco Vieri who went to Spain to try to exorcise a demon because he's from Rome. But that didn't work, and the demon switched with his body. So now Vieri is in the body of this guy named Santiago, and the demon, aka Legion, is in Vieri's old body, and he's wreaking havoc in Rome. Is everyone with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Now we're back in Rome. because we're going to be switching a lot. Not as much as last issue, but yeah. So we are currently in Rome, and this one guy who had nothing to do with the death of that one Pope priest guy, cardinal guy. What the fuck was he? Yeah, whatever. It's fine. That priest guy, I'm just going to call him a priest. He doesn't really care. The major crucifixion and gory death of that one priest. And basically, he gets guillotined. Fun. And so then we go back onto a ship where Vietti, aka Santiago. I'm gonna go between Vietti and Santiago a lot, so just letting you know now. So Vietti is talking to Maria about what their plan is to stop Legion and get Vietti back into his old body, and Santiago back to his original state. So yeah. So basically, Vietti is like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get a place. We're gonna host a major party, and we're gonna go from there. Deal?" And she's like, "Deal." So keep in mind, his hand is still burning with because he can't really touch religious objects without burning. I feel like we established this in the past. So now Vietti is known as the Marquis de Lazarus, and they are going to be sending Legion an invitation. So yeah, to a party. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
As you should.
So we cut back to Rome, where the Cardinal brings in Legion and this other Cardinal guy. Honestly, I don't know any of the terms of the Vatican bullshit. You're just gonna have to work with me here. And it's like they're chatting about what happened to that one guy, you know, and also like all that jazz, and how Legion, aka Vietti, Legion in Vietti's body gets an invitation to a party. So after they have their little conversation, Legion leaves, and remember that one Cardinal guy from the first issue, the one with the mustache? I don't think I ever mentioned he had a mustache, but the one that gave me bad vibes? Yeah, he's important to this issue for once. So, fun. So now we are officially in Rome. There is a big party, and we see Legion and that one guy from earlier with him at this party. And we also see this other Cardinal Mancini. I don't know Italian, so you're just gonna have to work with me. So
You're
Mancini,
American, so you're allowed to mispronounce a name.
I try not
excuse.
to. I try not to, Cryptid. I'm not you. Anyways, so he has his own little crew to try to figure out what Vietti's doing, because he doesn't know that Vietti is actually not in his own body. So fun. So we see from the top, from the higher levels of the household, that Maria and Vietti are looking over, and they spot Legion. So they are posing as husband and wife right now, even though technically Maria and Santiago were supposed to get married, but it's fine, don't worry about it. And I love this one panel of Maria giving Vietti her plan to lure Legion into a private room so that they can switch bodies. And Vietti is like, bold move. You almost had me convinced this is a real marriage. I mean, it's never too late. I'm just saying. Like, I'm loving this. You know? Hold on, I gotta screenshot this panel. I love this panel. I'll crop it later. Oh, no! Oh, well, my phone crapped out on me. My phone crapped out on me. Give me a moment. Oopsie daisies.
You have 10 seconds, which...
No, we're good. I'm good. So basically, Legion is walking around. He gets tapped on the shoulder. And we see Maria in a lovely dress with a fan. That's what I like to call foreshadowing. And a nice little mask. And Legion kisses her on the hand. And she offers a dance. You know? And they do dance a little bit. But Maria is able to lure Legion into a private room, where she is able to stab him with the fan. And he's like, "Oh, fuck, man. Come on, this is important for later." And so she leaves. And we see this guy with this really cool mask. It's like old, I don't know, it's like very Carnival-esque, if you catch my drift.
Got it.
You know, and so this mysterious guy pulls out a sword from a drawer, and we see that a pentacle is surrounding Legion, and with the blood, you know, it's gonna be fun. And just to let you know, guys, it is a pentacle because it has a circle. It's not a pentagram because a pentacle has a circle, a pentagram does not. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So I'm just letting people know because everyone just says pentagram and it's not a pentagram, it's a pentacle that has a circle around it. Okay. So this mysterious guy takes off his mask, and we see that it is the Marquis de Lazarus, aka Father Franco Vieri.
Okay.
So funsies. So Maria's downstairs at the party when it gets crashed by that one guy from earlier.
Oh.
I think that's what his name is. I never know how to pronounce these motherfuckers' names, but I try. So basically, he orders his guards to spread around, and he's like 100 gold pieces to the man who brings me Franco Vieri. So Maria's like, oh crap, he needs more time, you know. And so Maria tries to stop him, you know, and everything. And you know, it's not gonna really work all that well. We all know this. Come on. And so then, Vieri and Legion are gonna face off. You know, you can never forget about the eyeballs. You know, and Marquini is like, you know, he's all like, "Where is he? Where the hell is Franco Vieri?" You know. And so before they're actually able to brawl, Marquini and his guards actually break in and stop the actual Vieri instead of the fake, you know?
Yeah.
And so then Vieri accidentally touches Marquini's cross and his fingertips burn a little bit. But don't worry about it because we see his guards get their heads chopped off because of Legion. He actually starts to show his true colors as
Forgot how gory this book was.
It's a good book.
Mm-hmm.
It's
as good as it is gory.
Exactly. I like tasteful gore. I don't like gore just for the sake of gore, you know?
Yep.
So before Legion is able to attack Marquini and Vieri, aka Santiago, Maria shoots him. Slay, go off. So keep in mind, for the most part during this issue, when Legion is talking with everyone else, his speech bubbles are the normal black and white, you know, with the white bubbles and the black text, you get what I mean. But when Legion is being more evil, I guess you can say, his text bubbles go to black and the text is obviously in white, but the bubble is routed by red. You get what I mean? So besides the point, so basically Legion is able to throw the Marquini out through a window and he dies. You know?
Okay.
And the party goers are like, ah shit. You know? Like someone threw him from the tower. Oh no, you know? And so then keep in mind there were more guards as well. So basically, Legion is like, oh my god, there's so much blood. Please, guards, protect me. You know, like Colonel Marquini has been murdered. Arrest the Marquis de Lazarus at once. And so that's where the issue ends. But we do get another issue for next month in January.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we are going to be getting zombies. Maybe. I don't know yet. I mean, from seeing what I'm seeing in the cover, you can only do so much, you know? But I really like this issue. You know, I'm really excited for the next issue. I've been loving this book so far.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for more. I also can't wait for the last issue of Dracula, which comes out, I think, next month. Was it the third or the fourth issue? No, it's the third issue. My bad. Also, Christopher Chaos comes out next month as well. So just letting you know now.
What a way to start the new year off.
Yeah, with horror and monsters and really tall men. Did I ever mention how much of a simp I am for a very specific flavor of men?
Gotcha. Well, glad you enjoyed that book, Witch.
Yeah, the Devil. I recommend reading The Devil That Wears My Face, especially if you've been wanting to read more indie comics or more horror comics. So, yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, with that, we'll move on to the next.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to read we have to talk about the next book.
Next book, audience, Spiderboy #2.
Swinging into action to a theaters near you.
And guess what? If y'all thought we were finished with Christmas, boom, this is a Christmas special as well. This is the big Captain America and Spider-Boy team-up issue. 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, starring Spider-Boy and Captain America.
Continuing from his list of things he's going to steal from Miles Morales, he's going to have a team up with Captain America. Look how he is.
Hey, Cap sees potential in the heroism of the youth, you know? Okay, but anyway, this issue starts off with at the Feast Center. That's a little homeless shelter that Bailey is staying at, you know, where he met some friends, one of which include Christina Zhao. But anyway, so, you know, you have them setting up the Christmas tree, right? It's Christmas Eve. You know, Bailey is, you know, excited to have a Christmas again with a bunch of nice people. And he wanted to see if he could get a group shot of everybody because it was like it was a sort of thing that he and his mom used to do a lot back during the holidays, you know? So he asked this one guy if he could take a picture of everybody. And so he gives him his phone, and the guy, the kid, he just runs off with it. And Bailey's like, "No, you can't take that." He tries running to get the guy, because apparently that phone has the last pictures he has left of his mom. You know, so that's a very big deal for him. But the guy is just like trying to run away. He's like throwing whatever he can at Bailey to, you know, get him off his trail. And it wasn't until he threw this one Yadel at Bailey that he grabbed it, and that's when his spider sense kicked off. The last person to hold that Yadel was a blonde white guy in a blue shirt who's about to be in trouble by Taskmaster. And that's when Bailey dropped it and immediately stormed out of the building. Christina's like, "Bailey, what's going on? You're about to lose him." And Bailey's like, "I know. But that phone, it has all the pics of your mom." "Yeah, and I got a psychic flash. One of the Feast volunteers is about to be attacked by a supervillain. Someone out there needs Spider-Boy. And that's always more important than whatever Bailey Briggs needs."
Bailey seems like a perfectly flawless character, doesn't he?
He has heroism. Oh, hey, he got thrashed in the last comic I was talking to you guys about.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I don't mean like flawless in the sense like he can't lose a fight. I guess my issue with him is just like he's just like he's just like a good kid. It's like there's nothing else to him. I wish there was like more than that. Like, you know, like with Peter, it's like, yeah, he has a great power because great responsibility, but he's also kind of selfish at times. He's always battling like what should give and what should take. That makes him interesting, you know.
You don't like the fact that he's too goody two shoes, is what you're saying, right?
Well, I guess. I wish he can still be goody two shoes. I just kind of wish he had a little bit more, like something else. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, he comes out, right? He tries finding whoever's going to be in danger, and that's when he spots like this weird helicopter flying above. He assumes like his spider sense is bringing him to that, so he hops aboard the helicopter, only for Captain America to come to pop up in it with two soldiers behind him. And that's when Captain America says it. "Oh, looks like we have someone aboard. Officers, you can stand down." And Spider-Boy's like, "Wait, Captain America, you know me?" "Of course I do, son."
Well,
Nah.
if you didn't like Spiderboy before.
America's son. Nah. It's just like pay old guys some old guy speech. Like he's just calling him a son for slang.
Did they play that up as a joke?
Nah. That was just a one and done sort of thing.
I would have done that as a joke. I played it up as like, of course I have, son. And then like Spiderboy would have been like, "You're my father." He's like, "Oh."
It makes so sense. Our color schemes are the same. You wear red, white, and blue, and I wear blue, red, and yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, Cap is explaining, yeah, you're Spider-Man's long forgotten sidekick. Spidey told me all about that.
Oh, well, there you go, Tevia.
Really? Let me see. I want to read what Tevia's saying. I miss Peter Parker being married to his wife, Mary Jane. Okay, you're getting that pretty soon, Tevia. Why do we need Spider-Boy as a thing? Yada yada. How does Captain America know Spider-Boy? Well, I just explained it. That makes no sense. Yeah, Spidey told them. Okay. But anyway, so you go back to the two, right? Bailey's asking Cap, "Hey Cap, you don't happen to be volunteering at the homeless shelter in your free time, do you?" Cap's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, of course. Whenever I'm not superheroing, I like to go help out people." And Bailey's like, "Of course you do." But anyway, that's when it was revealed that one of the guards behind Steve is actually Taskmaster in disguise. He was wearing an image inducer. So this was
Taskmaster does. I don't know why he's here.
He's actually here on a mission. You see, someone had hired Taskmaster. Captain America is here to issue the safety of a delivery of an Avengers cargo called Operation Toy Soldier.
Tevia, how would Spider-Boy not know who Captain America is?
Yeah, exactly, Tevia. Come on. But anyway, so yeah, apparently the cargo is actually the super adaptoid. And this, I didn't think about this before, but that kind of would be a dangerous combination if Taskmaster does get his hand on that adaptoid, Hey, perfectly mimics skills and then a perfectly mimics powers all in one, So anyway, Captain America has to fight him, but then Taskmaster is like, "Dude, I've been studying your techniques all around. You can't fight me while also trying to defend that adaptoid at the same time." Bailey's in the background telling him, "Cap, watch out, you're left." Damn. Cap's like, "We have to stop him. He knows all my moves. It's a difficult fight for me to fight him." But Bailey's like, "But you're Captain America. You always find a way." And then Cap is like, "You know what? You're right." And he tosses Spider-Boy his shield.
But this 10-year-old has never.
Yeah, this 8-year-old.
Exactly.
How about you take a swing
at
it?
Now that we think about it, Taskmaster has never copied the moves of a short person before, has he?
Okay, listen. Now, this is where we're going to get out of hand. Because, like, Taskmaster, I don't care how far he's fallen, he's an experienced fighter. This is a 10-year-old boy.
I like how puberty. I like how you just keep aging.
Come on. There's got to be some limitations.
I can't believe this, 5-year-old is hanging out with Captain America.
Which, I love how he gets younger every time you say it.
I literally just said that.
But is it stupid, Tevia? Because even though he is 10 years old, keep in mind he still has moves. He's kid. I forgot how old. Well, we assume he's 13, given the 3 years he's had experience in a superhero gig. He's not a newbie. He has been trained by Spider-Man and Daredevil to fight.
He should be around 16.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
no, I think he. No.
How about you look up this motherfucker's age?
He got his powers when he was young, and then
Yeah,
By
so a lot of people, he ain't special.
by time he got disappeared, like that was 3 years into his superhero gig. So at most, he will probably be 13. He's still a relatively short guy.
You think we're allowed? You think it's okay to let 13-year-olds beat Taskmaster? I mean, I don't even know if he beat him, to be fair. But
Hey, Captain America gave him the best defense in the world to fight with.
It's a child, man. Like,
I like we keep saying Cryptid. He's like 3.
Which, come on.
But anyway, hey, he received training from Daredevil and Spider-Man, so he's not a newbie here.
What is like? He's an infant.
Oh man. Okay, but anyway, so Bailey is fighting him, and Taskmaster's like, oh, God, who trained this kid? I see some Daredevil in you, but hey, Bailey's like, you never seen Daredevil with Captain America's shield or Spider Person with Captain America's shield? Oh, damn, you stupid kid. Which one?
I see him now, and I can
okay. So overall, like even though Bailey does score a hit or two at Taskmaster, Taskmaster, like he's like, okay, now I locked on to your skills, kid. All right, you want me to tussle? You really want me to go all out on you? Fine. And then that's when Bailey's like, okay, if you copy my moves, then you know what's coming next. The whip. As he's about to shoot his web shooter at Taskmaster, Taskmaster puts his guard up, saying, "What? Nothing happened." And that's when Spiderboy is like saying, "Psych, no web shooter." And then Taskmaster's like, "Wait, what kind of spider person doesn't have a web?" Oh, and that's when Captain America comes from behind and kicks him out of the helicopter.
I hope you're right. This is the most embarrassing loss Taskmaster has taken. Not a good look.
The Taskmaster is falling, but he has a jetpack, and he's like saying, "Gosh darn it! And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that star-spangled hero and his meddling Spiderboy." But nah, Taskmaster did manage to cut a piece of the Super Adaptoid's hand, so he's like taking that back, saying, "Well, at least it's better than nothing. I wonder how much Killionaire will be paying me for this." Killionaire is one of Spider-Boy's villains who put a bounty on Spider-Boy previously. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. How much would you play? Yeah, look at that. Bailey already has a wanted poster.
Hey, good for him. The 7-year-old gets a wanted poster.
Well, I'll let you finish the story.
Okay, but anyway, so you cut down to Rockefeller Center, right? You have Captain America and Spider-Boy, on the rooftop talking. Captain America saying, like, "Look, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your phone, son." And then Bailey's like, "It's okay. At least we got to prevent a disaster from happening." And Cap is like, "I appreciate your sacrifice. There was a time I was a forgotten man too. And when I was unfrozen and found myself in a world that had moved on without me. I know what you're going through, Bailey, so I promise, if you need anything, just say the word and I'll be there." And then that's when Bailey gives him a salute saying, "Sir, yes, sir. Eddie, soldier, and Merry Christmas, Spider-Boy. Merry Christmas, Captain America."
I like that. That's a pretty
good. Yeah. That actually is more deeper than you might think because in Captain America's history, like, the fact that Spider-Boy lost the last photos of his mom is actually something Steve could relate to because when Steve Rogers, came back unfrozen, this and that, Zemo, like, he wanted revenge on Captain America, like, "You ruined my family, Rogers!" And so he gathered a bunch of supervillains to go invade, Avengers Mansion, right? He tied Steve up, and, keep in mind, Steve was able to recover his footlocker from his army days, which were the last of his possessions he had from his old life. And what does Zemo do?
Destroys it.
Yes, he destroyed.
Yo, let's go!
What? You're happy Zemo
No,
Zemo did have the cap?
Right.
Oh, okay, man. You're like cheering at a Nazi.
Understand my tone. Come on.
Man, you're cheering for a Nazi, Wedge. Come
No,
on.
I don't give a fuck about the Nazi. I'm just glad that I got
Okay.
that right.
But anyway, he destroys all that right in front of Captain America, which in that actually included the last photo Cap had of his mom. And
Okay,
you know
that's
what? And you know what Captain America's reaction was?
Beat his ass.
He didn't care.
Oh.
Because the lives of Jarvis and the rest of the Avengers were in danger at that moment. So Captain America knew that there were more pressing matters
he sees himself
going on.
So he really does see more of himself in this way.
Yes, pretty much. And by the time they were able to, defeat the villains and this and that, that's when Captain America goes back into whatever was left of the destroyed stuff he had, and that's one of the few moments you see Captain America cry. So that's like an extra layer I read from reading this. I know Dan Slott couldn't possibly have gone back that far back to look at that tidbit, but it just made that moment really sweeter between Bailey and Steve.
Yeah, I think Bailey needs, at least based on what you described, maybe in the comic it reads different. I think he needs more of a personality. But I do like the Captain America and Spiderboy moment at the end. I think Taskmaster just being the villain here is ridiculous, though. It just makes him look really bad. I don't know who you would make to fight Spiderboy and them not look really bad, but
like he didn't. Bailey and Captain defeat him. They just kicked him out.
Yeah, but it's like
Captain and Taskmaster did get at least one part of the machine. He didn't saw a need to continue on the fight at that point.
Yeah. But I think like Spider-Boy, if Spider-Boy's gonna stick around, he needs like a more of a personality per se, at least based off how you describe him. I think he just. But and maybe a stronger side cast would help. But...
He could. You'll see more further. I mean, he is slowly building a supporting cast at the moment. You have Christine, the people of the Feast Homeless Shelter, and of course, who would have thought there would be a moment between Bailey and Steve like this? But anyway, we're not done yet because we have like one more bonus story from this. This was, at the end of the bonus story last issue, you have Emilio Helio, who's the Magneto of gases, right? He has full control over the gas, over the balloons from that Thanksgiving Day parade. So they're wrecking havoc, and it's up to Spider-Boy and Squirrel Girl to stop him. But at the same time, they can't pop those balloons, otherwise the gas will escape, Right. So while this is going down, Squirrel Girl and Spider-Boy, they're doing their best to save the people from being caught in the crossfires. Spider-Boy even tries saving Santa, but Santa's like, "Don't worry about me, Spider-Boy. I'm okay. In fact, I can help out." Yeah, because Rich, you remember how you mentioned Santa Claus is a mutant in Marvel?
Yeah, he is. He's He's one of the most powerful mutants.
Yeah, well, this is Santa. He has super speed. He's like quickly moving people away from the premise, And Spider-Boy.
Can I be honest with you? That kind of doesn't surprise me.
Yep. And then you have Spider-Boy looking from a background saying, "Sweet Christmas." Okay. But anyway, so yeah, Bailey's amazed that Santa has powers. And he's like, "Well, how else did you expect me to deliver toys all across the world in one night?"
No, it makes sense.
Yep. And let me show you a little something else. As he takes out his magic bag, which he uses as like a machine gun that fires coal. He's like saying, "Lucky enough, there were a lot of bad boys and girls this year." That was a real fun moment. But then Spider-Boy's like, "Look, what you're doing, it's great and all, but we have to stop the puppeteer. It's Emilio Helio over there. come on, we gotta deck his halls. Okay, come on, Bailey. And yeah, apparently Santa actually knows who Bailey is. Go figure.
I mean, it's Santa. I expected me to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep. It's time to deliver Emilio Helio's season's beatings as they both punch him in the face and knock out his little balloon mask. So yeah, all is well. Another day saved, and then that's when you go back to the feast center, right? You have everybody enjoying Christmas, opening up their gifts. You have Christine wishing Bailey a Merry Christmas. Bailey's there just like sulking, like, yeah, whatever. Are you still upset about your phone? Look, outside of my superhero costume, it was all I had on me when I got erased. And now when I came back, at least I had something to remind me of my mom, but now I don't have anything. Well, look, I know this isn't going to cheer you up. This isn't going to fix the pain, but there's at least one more gift here with your name on it, and you're not going to believe who it's from. It's from Santa Claus. Hey, wait, didn't you say you met him at Thanksgiving? What did you get? What did he get you? Oh my god. It's a picture of which? What's your line?
Your mom.
Yes. It's a
can't-
picture of Bailey's mom.
I can't believe Witch actually knew what to say at that moment.
I had a feeling.
Which that was the
That's my
best.
thing.
That was the best use of your mom ever. Just know that, Witch.
And
Make
that's
a
the
little.
one time that you guys didn't get upset at me when I said your mom.
Aww. Man.
I have something. It's a
I
Christmas
guess
miracle.
it's a Chris. Man, Bailey, but you said they were all gone. How do you? Well, I guess he is Santa Claus. And Bailey's saying, "This is the greatest Christmas gift I could have asked for. Merry Christmas, Mom." Aw. One day, another good note, at least, you know? So, what did y'all think?
Yeah, I'm not really sold on Spiderboy's character. I think, like I said, even getting past his asinine origin aside, he needs some
asinine.
he needs some work as a character. But you know, I do like the Captain America story. At least the ending was good. So
Yeah. Who would ever have thought that Dance Hall could properly tie in Captain America with Spider-Boy, you know?
Fuck dance slot.
All right. Well, that's it for my pick, guys.
all right.
Austin, you take the lead.
Are we doing? Are we doing Marvel? Are we doing the last Marvel thing on the list today?
I thought we were
No.
doing original X-Men first.
Austin, you still with us? Austin.
Austin died.
Oh,
there you
no.
This has also been a great Phanatic New Year's. We killed Austin. That was the plot twist.
My turn. If Austin's not here.
No, it's literally
I'm still
happened.
here. I'm just not working. I'm just kind of tired.
Oh well.
Okay.
Our last topic? Or are we out of here?
Okay, might as well talk about Marvel Zombies, which go ahead.
Okay, but like quickly, because like we don't have such time.
I know. Hurry the fuck up.
Take your
It's not
time.
that long, anyways.
What?
Hello, I'm here to talk about Marvel Zombies Black, White, and Blood issue 3 because I can. I'm going along with the horror comics. Yay. I had to beg Cryptid to not let Spiderboy be the last thing we talk about.
I could have ended this night on a good note. You know?
Isn't that a good note?
Okay.
Keeping under
Zombies.
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the first story is written and drawn by Peach Momoko. If you know who Peach Momoko is, I love you. If you don't, educate yourself. Anyways,
Okay.
this ties into her Demon Days books, which I really need to catch up on. Anyways, it starts off with this one spirit lady. She's crying. She has red in her eyes. I get it. Her eye color is red. It's not like she's been crying a lot. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah.
we start off with this character named Juju-san. I don't care what she says. Her name's Juju-san. Go along with it. So this little like fairy thing hands her like this insect bead. That'll come up later, by the way. And, you know, they go on a little walk afterwards. And they meet up with this one guy, you know, who like comes over and be like, yo, you have to go look inside this shed. Like there's people with their tongues missing and everything. It's nuts. So Juju goes with this guy. She hops in his little basket that he's wearing on his back. It's kind of cute. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so they get to the shed. She looks inside the shed and she's like, what the hell? And keep in mind, these like motherfuckers are dead, you know? They're like dead. No tongues.
Wow,
tongue's really gone. Like, I wonder what happened, you know? And she brings up this thing called the Valley of 16. I don't know how to pronounce that. It is in Japanese, so for right now, I'm not even going to try. But if you ask me in the comments nicely, I will type it out for you.
Come on, try it.
No, I'm moving on. We don't have time for this. Jake told me to hurry the fuck up. Anyways, so she brings up the Valley of 16, and this guy's like, what? So she basically explains that it's a story from the Toyama Prefecture about these 15 lumberjacks that were found dead with their tongues missing. There's only one survivor, and that was a young lady who came to them in a dream and warned them to not cut the sacred willow tree. And so, you know, all 16 lumberjacks, sorry, it wasn't 15, it was 16, my bad. But all of them, they saw the same dream, right? It was great. But guess what? They ignored it because they're stupid. So they all got cursed. You know? And some of them claim to have seen the ghostly woman with the necklace made of their tongues. And she's wearing the necklace of tongues. So, fun. But guess
That's
what?
Trophies, man.
I mean, teeth would have been better, but
Yeah.
that's just me. Personally. Anyways. So, not more time to talk about folk stories. The corpses come to life because it's the Marvel Zombies book.
Yep.
They get ready to fight. You know, they're having to fight off these zombies, you know. And guess what? They make it to the willow tree, you know, with the help of the guy. So, basically, she grabs that insect seed from earlier. She plants it into the base of the willow tree, like of the trunk. And she basically prays to the trunk, you know. Basically being like, sorry, lady, that these motherfuckers are stupid, you know? And the lady's like, humans, what did you do now? And then she looks at Juju, she looks at the seed, she just looks at it, and she says, you said you are Juju, I will remember your name. And and then she basically like levitates and she summons all these like red vines, and they basically consume all the zombies, you know?
Yeah.
Guys like, Juju-san, what did you do? And she's like, I didn't do anything but pray to her, man. I just paid my respects to the forest, and I really did not expect that shit to work with the insect seed, but I guess it was special.
Yeah.
So basically, it ends off with them tying like a rope around it with like these little talisman thing. If you know anything about Japanese folklore and shit like that, it keeps the spirits in. And so that's where that story ends. And out of all of these, this is the only story that ends off in a good way for the most part. So just letting you know right now. We are moving on to somewhere in the Pacific Northwest with Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff.
Okay.
You know, they're looking over a town while Clint's eating something in a can. I don't know what he's eating in a can, but don't worry about it.
Go can of beans.
It doesn't look like beans.
Oof.
So, can of mush. There we go.
Okay.
So they go down to the town. They're like talking to people, you know. They're like, welcome to our little sanctuary, you know. And it's like, I take it that you're here because of our radio messages. Like, yeah. Like, there's like some bad juju going on with like these motherfuckers in this cave. I don't know. So we just need you to go in here, do the thing. And we see this like red orb thing. And Natasha's like, this doesn't look familiar at all. Not Asgardian or Kree or any magic system I know. And before then, she steps on a skull. She flashes a light. And we see the body without the head, only the jaw down, of Martinique Wingard. Yeah, Wingard. My bad. I didn't see that. So she's wearing like the old school lady mastermind titty top, bachelor top. If you know, it's like Yeah, it's like two Tetris pieces covering the nips. You get the idea. So basically, we see Clint get bitten by one of the zombies, and Natasha just point blank shoots him, being like, I'm sorry too. And then we see zombie versions of Lady Mastermind. We see Nick Fury, you know. And so then they go into a full on
Wait,
shootout.
which Nick Fury?
Which one do you think I'm talking about?
Junior?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to clarify.
I mean, it didn't really matter, but whatever, it's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, so Fury and Natasha have a bit of a chat, and basically they have a big old shootout, with it ending with Natasha and Fury going at it, and Natasha kills Fury, and she leaves the cave, you know. And keep in mind, we find out that this was all of a ruse made by Lady Mastermind. Because if you know anything about Lady Mastermind, she's gonna put some illusions in your brain. So, yeah, fuck you, Lady Mastermind. You're a bitch.
Huh.
Don't get me started with Lady Mastermind. So, anyways, Natasha leaves the cave. She sees a whole bunch of these scientists that got turned into zombies, and they're like, "Go get her! One got away!" And basically, she just shoots them down until she runs out of bullets. Then she pulls out Clint's bow and arrow and shoots one of the explosive ones. And she walks away, and she just sits on a ledge and watches the town burn. And that's where that story ends off. But we got one more story with Luke Cage and Misty Knight. Hold on, let me get back there. Hold on. Sorry, sometimes it likes to reset on me, but that's okay. Anyways, yeah, we start off in New York City. So we see Luke Cage and Misty Knight going to like a banquet, right? And they're about to go in, and they see this one chick. I forgot her name, but that's okay. Oh, Lexi, that's what her name was. And so then they head on in. They're having a good time, And then Lexi's father starts a speech where he introduces the Ubermen. Not men, not machine, nor mutant, nor monstrosity. The pinnacle of humanity. If I can remember, these guys do sound very familiar. So, I think I read about them in one of the X-Men. I think I read about them in the X-Men Before the Fall book. I don't know. I'll have to look back on it, but regardless. So, it doesn't start to go well because the Ubermen inject themselves with the zombie virus and they become zombies. So basically, Luke Cage is like running away with Lexi, and all that jazz. But before they meet up, So basically, Luke Cage breaks down a door and we see one of the Ubermen, the zombie Ubermen, basically eating Misty Knight's arm. And I joked when I first read this, being like, "Oh, this is how she's gonna get her metal arm." Oh my god! Just kidding. She's probably dead at this point. It's fine.
She's gonna get 2 metal arms in the zombie apocalypse.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have the metal arm yet.
Oh, okay. Yikes.
So hypothetically, if she does survive this, cut off the arm, give her the metal one. It's fine. Unless she becomes a zombie, then it wouldn't even matter.
Yep.
So basically, Luke Cage and one of the zombie Ubermen, the main one with the weird mustache, they brawl. And Luke punches the guy through the wall. And basically, we see Lexi, like, scared out of her mind. She got cut on her leg. They're about to head over to a bunker, fine and dandy. But it doesn't end well because when she tries to get in, she's already starting to become a zombie and basically pukes on him with zombie goo. I don't know. So basically, he wipes his face off, and she's already like turning into a zombie and all that jazz. So basically, Luke is like, "Fuck, I have to fight her now," and basically smacks her to death. But guess what? He's already bit. And guess what happens? He becomes a zombie, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Who bit Luke Cage? Like, you would think he would, of all people, would be safe in the zombie apocalypse.
That's what I keep saying. But if you read the original Marvel Zombies, he also got turned into a zombie there, which makes no sense out of all the characters.
Yeah, well,
it makes no sense. Cryptid.
I guess this was a plot hole, but in the early days, I guess, with zombies.
It doesn't make sense. Like Misty Knight, yeah. Literally every other character that got turned into a zombie makes sense, you know? Like Beta Ray Bill wasn't able to get turned, but that's because of his genetics. But the same should have applied to Luke as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But that's where the issue ends. So I think in the next issue we're gonna be getting some zombie Hulks, maybe some zombie abominations. Who knows what we're seeing?
Okay.
But this, yeah, that's where the issue ends. I will see you guys next month for the next issue.
Yay.
I think next month I'm also gonna be talking about Dead X-Men too. So lots of death.
That's the way you want to start the new year off, right?
Why not? I told you, Cryptid. Transition.
All right.
When I talk about Dead X-Men, they're technically not going to be dead. Technically.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Transition.
Yeah.
But that is our last episode of the year.
Phanatic Night live audience, but it won't be our last video. We still got
just of the year.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We have reviews coming. We have news coming. We have things to talk about. So, yeah.
Yes. So, anyways, before we end off the night, I would like to announce that tomorrow night, same time as always, I'm going to be hosting my Alpha Flight Extravaganza with some really cool guests. So please head on over to this lovely YouTube channel, which you should be subscribed to with notifications on, for the Alpha Flight Extravaganza.
And also
by yours truly.
On Thursday, we will be reviewing Aquaman 2. The greatest
I won't
movie
be there for that.
So. Is it the greatest?
Let me give the socials again one more time for the end of the year.
Go for it.
Please subscribe to the YouTube channel with notifications on. I don't care if you like or dislike the video. I really don't care. It's engagement either way. You can follow the Twitter at Comic Phanatic 69. A lot of stuff will be posted on there. And if you want to follow the Instagram, which we do post a lot less on, but we do post occasionally, you can follow us at Comic Phanatic 2.0. So yeah, and if you want to follow me personally, you can follow me at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You get the gist. Don't try to find my alt account; you will be hurt. I mean, some of my mutuals already follow me on there, so it's fine. Anyways, if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, it is witch_of_Jotunheim. Pretty soon on my personal Instagram account, you will be seeing some art before the end of the year, because I'm going to try to post all my 2023 art on there. And if you want to try to find Jake, he moved again. He moved to Siberia for some reason. I don't fucking know why. He just did. In one of those like random towns that no one knows about that had like nuclear radiation effects. So if you want to find Austin, last time I checked, he was chilling out with Jake. I don't know why you wanted to be in Siberia of all places, but go off. And if you want to find Cryptid, I don't know, he's at your mom's house. And so you tell me.
Yeah. Go search for an American Eagle and you'll find me.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And currently I am in the stars, as always.
Well, with that audience, we'll be seeing you next time.
See you next year. Bye.